Allyson Felix, 11 Olympic medals, 14 World Championship titles, the most decorated track and field athlete in history. She retired in 2022. She said she was done. Now she wants back in. And the reason she is coming back will stop you cold. Allyson Felix was born on November 18, 1985, in Los Angeles, California. She grew up 45 minutes from what will become the main stadium for the 2028 Summer Olympics. She went to high school in Los Angeles. She earned her degree at the University of Southern California in Los Angeles. She trained in Los Angeles. The city made her. And for 20 years, she represented it on every stage in the world except one. She never competed at a home Olympics. Not once. Felix turned professional at 17. By 19, she was world champion. She won the 200 meters at the 2005 World Championships in Helsinki, becoming the youngest woman ever to hold that title. She went on to win it again in 2007 and 2009. She added the 400 meters world title in 2015, becoming the first woman ever to win world titles in both the 200 and the 400 meters. Her personal best in the 200 meters stands at 21.69 seconds, set at the 2012 U.S. Olympic Trials. At 5 consecutive Olympic Games, Athens in 2004, Beijing in 2008, London in 2012, Rio in 2016, and Tokyo in 2020, Felix collected 11 Olympic medals. 7 of them were gold. No female track and field athlete in history has ever won more. No American in any track and field event, man or woman, has ever won more. She finished her career with 20 World Championship medals, the most by any athlete in the history of that competition. The combined total across Olympics and World Championships was 31 medals. When she stood on the track in Eugene, Oregon in 2022 and ran her last race, she walked away holding every meaningful record the sport had to offer. In April of that year, she posted, "I have given everything I have to running, and for the first time, I'm not sure if I have anything left to give." She gave it all. She was finished. Or so everyone thought. The thought did not come from a sponsor. It did not come from a publicist or an agent. It came from a track near her home north of Los Angeles, where Felix and her husband, Kenny Ferguson, a former sprinter himself at the University of South Carolina, had been working out together. She started moving again. Her legs started talking to her again, and somewhere in those sessions, a question crept in. What if? Before she told the world, she told her brother Wes. They are business partners, having co-founded Always Alpha, a sports management agency dedicated to female athletes, in late 2024. Felix asked for 20 minutes of his time in a formal, scheduled way she had never done before. Wes knew something significant was coming. He was right. In late April of 2026, Felix told Time magazine what she had decided. She was ending her retirement. She was going back to training. She was aiming for the 2028 Olympics in Los Angeles. She would be 42 years old when the opening ceremony kicks off on July 14, 2028. The reaction was immediate. Track and field stopped and listened. Felix did not frame this comeback in medals or records. She has enough of both. She framed it in something far more personal. She wants to walk into a stadium in her own city and hear that roar, the sound that host country athletes get when they step onto the track in front of their home crowd. Felix has heard it aimed at others her entire career. She has never felt it aimed at her. "When I was competing, you just heard this roar for host country athletes at the Olympics," she told Time. "I would love to experience that." There is also her children. Cameron, her daughter, is 7 years old. Her son Trey was born in April 2024. Felix wants them to watch their mother compete. She wants them to see what it looks like when someone reaches for a very hard thing, even when the world says the time for reaching has passed. And she has a broader message she wants to send. "So many of us have been told not to do the big, bold thing," she told Time. "You know, at this age, I should probably be staying home and taking care of my kids, doing all that. And just, why not? Let's flip it on its head. Let's go after the thing. Let's be vulnerable." She drew inspiration from watching Lindsey Vonn compete at the 2026 Milan Cortina Winter Olympics. She looked at Tom Brady continuing into his mid-40s. She looked at LeBron James still playing elite basketball past 40. She saw people refusing to accept the ceiling that age is supposed to place on elite athletes, and she decided she was not done refusing either. Felix is not walking back onto a track next week. She plans to return to full training in October of 2026. Her coach, Bobby Kersey, who guided her from her first professional race in 2004 through her final one in 2022, will build her plan from there. Competition would begin in 2027, with the Olympic trials and the games themselves following in 2028. Her target event is the mixed 4x400 meter relay pool. She knows it is a long road. My ideal situation would be to try to make the relay pool for maybe the mixed 4x4 relay, she told Today. It's a tall task to get back to that level, but I'm excited to really push for it. For context on how tall that task is, Felix last raced competitively in 2022, meaning she will have been out of top-level competition for 5 years by the time the Olympic trials begin. The athletes who currently run the 400 meters in the United States are in their early to mid-20s. They have trained without interruption. They are faster now than they were when Felix walked away. To reach the relay pool, Felix would likely need to finish in the top tier of the Olympic trials 400 meters final. Nothing is handed to her. Nothing is ceremonial. She also plans to stay close to her children during the build-up, which means she will not compete regularly on the global circuit. No Diamond League touring, no major international meets to gather momentum. She will train, recover, train again, and step into the trials as prepared as a 42-year-old can be. For comparison, the oldest American woman ever to run a leg on an Olympic relay team on the track was Felix herself. She was 35 when she ran the second leg for the 4x400 meter relay gold in Tokyo. She is now trying to clear a bar she already set. The record is hers. The challenge is hers. Recovery, she says, is going to be the key. She has been speaking to scientists, coaches, and older athletes about what the human body can still do at 40. There are so many advancements that have been made, she said on Today. And I'm really excited to learn about performance and aging. It would be easy to tell this story as only a sports story, but Allyson Felix has never been only a sports story. In 2018, she gave birth to her daughter Cameron via emergency cesarean section at 32 weeks. The situation was life-threatening. She nearly died. She came back 8 months later and won 2 gold medals at the 2019 World Championships. That is not a footnote. That is the core of who she is.